Hello guys, welcome to the second episode of the full series, set 4. Now, all of you guys chose round 2, so let's go ahead and move on first. First of all, sorry for the delay. I have usually tried to be more on time. It's actually very early in the morning for me, so yeah, bear with me just as I get used to start streaming this. So right now we have 96 players active, so let's go ahead and do it up to 96. There we go. So let's go ahead and go to number 48. That's gonna be our first player. So 48, Garbois. And Garbois is going to be challenging Chile. I need to open this one twice. There we go. So, use game and play. This is going to be Garbois. And first of all, let's go ahead and check Chile's deck. This. Let's go ahead and see. There we go. That's what it was. So let's go ahead and check first. No, sorry. This one. Chile's deck. So Chile is from the US versus Garbios, that is from France. So we have a Nuke deck participating in this challenge. So I think Chile just kind of handicapped himself. We got a very interesting Mojo deck. I have played with him with this deck, I'm almost sure. So since we have no uniques here, let's go ahead and look at some hungers. He has a Studio Disciple. Does he has the new Disciple? No, but he does have the Sabotaging After Rest. So that's basically a pretty traditional Mojo. Let's go ahead and check Garbois. Garbois does have his unique, so we have Copelia. When I go to reserve from the expedition zone, you may play me for free and I gain a sleep. If you control a token, your characters other than me gain. When I play from the reserve, I gain 1 boost. Ogun, if you control 2 or more landmarks, Robos you control other than me gain 1 boost. Almost the same. That's played from anywhere. And from hand, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each other card in your player's reserve. I think we have already checked this. And the Ouroboros Caster, when Robo you may return. Okay, so yeah, we have already seen Garbios, but that's what the random chose for today. So let's go ahead and move on to the end game. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it once again. So let me block. This should be it. Automatic, so all is good. First play from Chile. Magical Training, just as an after you. And I'm guessing it's going to be the Stocking Station next. Yeah, Chile passes. Stocking Station, so that means that Chile didn't have anything to play today, not even on the other side. That can be quite hard on Izmir player, but at least he is increasing his options. Go, so the Grems are discarded. You'll probably not play with permanents. There we go, once more. I think it's probably going to go there we go, so he just plays Garbios just plays on the hero side. And I don't think he's going to take the no, he's not. Made sense. Okay, Garbios is still 1 expedition ahead. I'm guessing he's going to be using the 2. He's going to be giving 2 boosts to the what's in English? The Dredger. He's going to be giving 2 boosts to the Dredger. No, he gave only 1. There we go. So getting rid of the Dredger. No, moving to 3. Sabotage back. Fire on. Okay, so that means that he has to use it. Not quite what I would have done. Well, at least he has to choose. Chile has to choose between which of the two. I think the Dredger, yes. Yeah, already has some counters on it. Okay, still moving ahead. Only one difference. This is a very good move for Gerbios. Not using right now any of his not manaing. He's at 4, so that means that he won't be able to get it this time. The restock in station once again, so he is getting ready for next turn. So Moth to Flame, one on each side. It means that Chile is going to get ahead because he can actually place another one on the... And it seems that Chile ran out of time. Unfortunate that this happened, but I mean, that can happen. Chile was about to start to get things rolling, but the tournament ran out of time. So unfortunate for him. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one is number 51. So Sorkesh, I know I have not seen him before. Let's go ahead and open it twice. He's playing Jabauju. Let's go ahead and look at the replay. This is going to be Sorkesh. Point of view and Jabauju over here. There we go. So we have an American player against a Dutch player. Yeah, a Dutch player. So let's go ahead and check Jabauju's deck. He actually wins the game. The anchoring new. I don't see any unique, so perhaps he meant to say this is a nuke. And it seems, yeah. Does he have hunger? He has 1 hunger. He has Kebara. He's playing with Soul. Interesting. Kebara with Soul. Let's go ahead and check the Magic Slay. So let's go ahead and check out during the game how does this deck work. On the other hand, we have Sorkesh. That's our featured player today. So that is Tinkerbell. When I play from Reserve Sabotage and at dusk, if you control 1/1 landmarks, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. He has only 1 landmark, so he doesn't take that much advantage of the Tinkerbell. The Lyra Cronus, you draw a card. This does not. This does count towards your reserve count. Oh no, it has the reserve. I don't count towards the reserve, so this is a draw from anywhere at 2/2. Interesting. And the Hatter. She needs to go to the reserve in order to draw a card. And the ability from the reserve, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. Okay. So that's basically it. Let's go ahead and move on to the end game. There we go. So first play for Jabauju. Jabua. Let's call him JJ. So Sorkesh against JJ. Very good. The colorful Colibri. Cuckoo, sorry, the colorful Cuckoo. Play Sorkesh, plays on the other side, so 1 for 1. Typical opening, a 1 for 1. There we go. The colorful Cuckoo is now threatening, and the Soul's counter goes up by 1. Let's go ahead and see the resupply. You really don't want to see her down there. Okay, he just wants to have more strength over there. I think this is just going to be another 1 for 1. Physical training, yep, to draw a card. And, but he's actually going to overcharge his reserve. But I think he doesn't mind losing the Arcolana Milk. So another 1 for 1. He did take, Sorkesh did take the counter option from Soul. So just 1 counter Just one counter for Soul. Soul plays first. With 6 mana, he can play the Kuko and another physical training. So this is not the rare one. He is not drawing cards. He just gives him 1 boost. Yeah, this is going to take him to 5. Forcing him to use it over there. He gets rid of it with the... what's it called in English? The Requiem. Same thing as in Spanish. Second counter up. Changes 1 Martingala for another in order to do the double advance here. So that's why Zorkish was able to advance. Not sure how Jabuju is going to turn it around, but let's go ahead and see. There we go. We have an Anansi and we have a Shenlong. So we're going to sleep the Shenlong. Resistance 1, right? Yeah, toughness 1. There we go. So another advance from Sorkesh. Not sure, once again, not sure what's going on here. Takes away 2 cards. How did you ramp? Not sure how Soul player ramped. There we go. So anchor anything. The Anansi once again gets 2 boosts. The Geyser takes it back to his hand, but he can just play it again. He decides to sleep the... okay, he's going to play again on that side, I'm guessing. Lua goes in there, so no, double advance from... I'm not sure why he decided to sleep and then not play anything on that side. I thought he was just going to go all out on the hero side. I guess he didn't realize about the toughness. So once again, here comes the Anansi for 4, Anansi for 4, the Keibara. Okay, so now if you try to sleep it, it's going to cost a lot. Keibara is still winning on both sides, so I'm not sure what's going on. He's even increasing more. So now JJ has turned it around. I think Sorkesh is not used to playing still with the Parliament of Ashes. He's not realizing how much he's using in order to sleep a character that has 999. So why just keep doing that? So he's just going to anchor on the other side. So this Shenlong has been here basically all game. Takes away and gives 1 more. Nancy for 2, going to 7. Another Shenlong. So yeah, that's it. That's game, and that's how JJ brought it back. I think that Sorkesh made a few mistakes here and there, especially sleeping a character that is extremely strong. But that's basically it. That's basically game right now. So JJ wins. There we go. So that is game number 2 in our midst. Let's go ahead and move on to 27, our number 3. So that is Jerbin against that Totem. Let's go ahead and open it. Wait, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do it like this. So let's just go ahead and go back. We're gonna be Jaborjin. That is our featured player. Versus the Totem, even though he won, our featured player is the other one. So let's go ahead and check his uniques. So we have 2 French players battling each other. We got the Paper Herald. When another non-token character joins your expedition, if you control a token, resupply. So that's basically made for Sigismore. Or this Trooper, when another non-token character joins your expedition, resupply. The next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less, and if you control a token, create that's the previous one from anywhere, and again from anywhere if you control a token, create an Orders token in your companion expedition. So basically this is 2 for 1/1/1 with 2 bodies on the board, and the option to have the next card you play cost 1 less. And you can also use resupply, and then again the Ordi's cadets. If you control one or more landmarks that he has none, you create, so that's a mute thing, unless the other player gives him an airlift token. When another non-token character joins your expedition, if you control a token, resupply. So he doesn't create recruits. He does want to go play from reserve, so that it's 2/0/0 for 1 cost from the hand. If he had any sort of landmarks, it would be helpful, but not this time. Let's go ahead and check the Jurban. The Jurban is a traditional Bazira with 2 hungers, a tiny Jinn, some fire rabbits, so lots of options to put on counters. And there we go, the uniques. Each player draws a card from hand, and also from hand you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, the next card you play this afternoon costs 1 less. Also the Kitsune, let me just go ahead and make sure that streaming is on and I'm not talking to the void. Should have done that a while ago. Okay, yeah, it is playing. It is over there. There we go. Okay, so the second one, when I leave the expedition zone, each player draws a card. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, up to 2 characters each gain boost. And finally, the Kitsune, he plays with a Haven, so yeah, that does make sense. Each player draws a card. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, characters you control gain 1 boost, so that this one is from the 3. I think this one is the much better one. Then comes, I'd say, this one, and finally this one. So let's go ahead and check how the game plays out. So let's go to the end game. Yeah, good. We're gonna be able to do it just in one go. Go. So first play for Jurban. He has 2 uniques in hand. He's gonna keep his 2 uniques. So I'm guessing he's going to use the unique of draw and the Jinn. Yep, he does. And puts it down because he needs to put it down. He just places on the other side cause it costs 1 less. He's able to still advance on the companion side, but it's a double advance for Tet the Totem. I'm just going to call him Tet. So Tet is ahead by 1. Jurban is able to ramp, however. There we go. We have an Occlude, but I don't think the Occlude is going to be played right now. Yeah, gets rid of the Mana Eruption. I think it's going to be the draw once again with the Kitsune. No, he just goes all out for the Occlude, so he's going to overcharge the reserve, taking it back to what he just did with his own. Okay, so he just sacrifices the token. He knows he's not getting anywhere, so yep, not that much of a sacrifice. He just overcharges by 1. Still 1 ahead. The Jack Frost, that's it. You return it with Jack Frost. He gets rid of the Jack Frost because he knows he's playing first, so the Occlude most likely is going to go to the hero side and just block the 2 cards in reserve. Yeah, there we go, to the hero side, so he goes up to 5. Blocks 1 card, uses the Bazira, gives another boost, blocks the other side. I think he may actually go. No, he didn't. I thought he may go to the companion side to force using another card, but no, he wasn't, because it is Ascended. So even in a tie, he would not have won. There we go. So we do have Hunger in hand with options to power it up. So next turn maybe a hunger play. Goes to the companion side, even though he's not winning anything over there. There we go. Okay, so with the Chiron, he's going to go all the way up. Because 3 boosts, he's up, but physical training is gonna do the trick. He just plays it again on some character. 1 more just for good measure. So that's a 688 on the companion side. Once again, Ted is 1 ahead. German is doing what he can. We may have a hunger turn this time. Actually, it is more beneficial for him to do it next time. He gets rid of the hunger, so he's not going to try to play it. That's also a good move right now. Yeah, I would also start with the Chiron, not give him a boost just yet. There we go. So plays the Kitsune in order to draw and give 1 boost to 2 characters. Places on the other side. He does have some play still. Okay, there we go. He gains 1 boost, so he is ramping once again. The draw in order to the ascendant in order to try to get it on that side. Now he plays the rabbit. And I think this is also the play. Not quite sure about the hero side. The companions, I think he should have just given it to the hero side. He plays 3. He's going to sleep something on the other side. Yeah, that's why I said it should have been to the other side. There we go. So that is a double advance from Ted, just a single advance from the German, and that's basically game. Cause there's nothing more he can do. He did ramp up to 9. He was gonna be able to block the reserve next turn, but that was set. That was basically it. The unique didn't actually help that much this time, but it was there in order to help him out, and he was able to do the double advance, taking advantage of the new ascended mechanic from Ordis. So let's go ahead and check this one right here. Oh, that's number 35 this time. Go to number 35 on round 2. That is Artisopla. Let's go ahead and open it twice. No, not Artisopla. It's Aritzlopla. Let's call him Aritz. And Red Tony. It's gonna be Aritz. Aritz is the featured player right now, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's check his opponent, Red Tony. Red Tony is a French player and Aritz is from Spain. So let's go ahead and check Red's team out. Unique. So when a non-token character joins your expedition, if you control a token, create 2 Orders recruit soldier in my expedition. The Haven Warrior. When another non-token character joins your expedition, if you have less than 8 mana, create an Order recruit soldier in your companion expedition. When I leave the expedition zone, create a token. Okay, so this is kind of a Templar as well. And the Amelia, a Dusk. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. Okay, so these ones are kind of interesting, trying to get lots of... This one is token generator. This one is also a token generator with an interesting mechanic that is actually become more popular in set 3, sorry, with the Templar. And this Amelia is, you gotta get it at the beginning, otherwise you are just this one is not worth it. So once you get with 8 mana orbs, you just mana it as soon as you can. Then here we go for Aritz. So Aritz Lopla, let's just say Aritz. So, Altrun teammate, you may rush. If you do, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I just gain 1, so it always gets at least something. So that's a 4-3-2 in worst case scenario. And then from your reserve, you may rush. If you do, you may discard target permanent. So this is indeed a very, very good unique. Then we got the Tengu, you may rush. If you do, my expedition extends. There we go. And play from anywhere, you may rush. If you do, target character gains 2 boosts and fleeting. So kind of, if you played in a with a character that's already been from reserve, you just give him the 2 boosts because he's already fleeting. And the Sakarubru, lots of text. So from hand, you may discard 1 of your mana orbs. If you do, your opponent expedition facing me moves backward 1 region. Once again from hand, you may put a hand from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may put the top 2 cards from your deck in your mana zone as exhausted orbs. And when played from reserve, you may pay 1. If you do, you may return target character or permanent with hand cost 4 or less to its owner's hand. Lots of decks. So this is an interesting deck. Let's go ahead and check how it goes. Let's go ahead and move to the end game. There we go. So it's going to be automatic. Let me go ahead and lock it right here. There's an optimized 39 per each player. I think the hunger is going. Yeah, the hunger is just not gonna cut it for a very long time. There's an interesting combo option to go for the Serengar and then give him rage. There we go. So he does give him rage. And that just basically means almost ensured double advance. He is going to lose a rage, but I don't think he minds it that much. He's getting a double advance. He is getting a draw. And he's getting a double advance. So I think that is a very good start for Aritz. And you see that we have another very good card to get. Probably going to get rid of... Yeah, I think that was the best option from Muddy God. So let's see if he decides to go all out. No, he doesn't. He can still win it. There you go. He's not in water, so he just gets the fleeting. It's still 2 expeditions ahead, but now he is in a kind of difficult position. Okay, no, he got the Altrun, so yeah, get rid of the Mighty Jin, Altrun, and I think the Altrun on the hero side, yeah. He rushes to get 2 boosts and get rid of the token. Tony just plays on the other side. No more play from Aritz. So Aritz loses again 1 card. Thanks to the legate. But he is very well ahead. So he is 3 expeditions ahead, I think. No, 2 expeditions ahead. Still with 2 expeditions ahead. But here comes a problem. He now needs to keep the 3 cards in hand. Gets rid of... Not sure if that was the best option. Rallying Call just gets it to the second one. I think he's just needs to... Yeah. He just needs to play the Haven. Ooh, very good card from the Haven. But it is unfortunately... nothing else he can do, and once again we reach the end of time. So unfortunately the tournament was not able to move forward once again. So that was 3 days of play and we just ended right here. But I think that nonetheless Aritz was actually very complicated. It was very complicated for Aritz to keep moving forward. Let's go ahead and move on to number 55. That is Cocoastico on round 2. Let's go ahead and open this one twice. Cocoastico, once again, an abandoned table. Let's see how much we get. It's Cocoastico and Rob Vegas. Oh, this one didn't even start from what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and check. this one didn't even start. So that was a round 2 that no one played. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is number 20. So this is Alcardo. This is a French player. Let's go ahead and check his opponent. So Alcardo did win. This one didn't finish as well. Let's go ahead and check it with Alcardo over here. And let's first check his opponent's deck. So we have Sigismar with the Rune Scribe from reserve. If you control a token, sabotage. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card. So this is Sigismar. This is a Sigismar unique mode. Definitely the Ugly Duckling. When a character joins your expedition facing me, you may have target character other than me gain 1 boost. And if I'm in an extended expedition, when I play from reserve, create an errated token in target player's landmark. And I'm only seeing 2 uniques, so I'm guessing this Italian player was only playing with 2 uniques. Let me just go ahead and check each style. Yep, only 2 uniques. Let's go ahead and check Alcardo. There we go. So Alcardo is playing with Afanas. No uniques on his side. Afanas nuke infinite, I'm guessing. Let's go ahead and check what he's able to do. He doesn't have much spell. Only 1 spell right here. 2 spells. 3 spells. The magic training, the beauty sleep. The only ones with 1. So he is not trying to do it the regular way. He does have for that the Sap Infusion. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. We're gonna have to do it that once again. So I'm glad to see Alcardo back on his Afanas. Let that go. So let's go to the end game. Block it right here. Go. The spindle, just a small thing with the Sap Infusion. Actually, he's not going to be able to advance right now, except for Afanas with his, and that's basically it. So they didn't even play much at all. There we go. So this was a very quick one. Let's go to number 21, which is the next one. That is AK-47. We've been streaming for 30 minutes, so we've moved forward some. Let's see if this one actually plays to the end. We do have a game that goes to the end. So this is AK-47. And let's first go ahead and check his opponent's deck. That is Lopakine. So this is a French player against a Belgian player. So Lopakine is playing with a Kaori. There we go. And Kaori World. I'm guessing this is the deck that he was practicing with to go to the qualifier. So we have only 2 uniques. The Drowsy Dodo, played from anywhere, I gain a sleep. When an opponent plays a character, I gain 1 boost. Not that it wakes up, it only gains 1 boost. And when you play from hand, if you have less cards in reserve than your opponent, resupply. Otherwise, each player resupplies. So interesting that this one doesn't wake up. You can just leave it there. Your opponent can play, but next turn this will be powered up. So interesting mechanic. A second Drowsy Dodo, I gain a sleep. When you play another character in plant, I gain 1 boost. So it doesn't matter the opponent as of right now. If you have less cards in reserve than your opponent, draw a card. There we go. So if he doesn't play with very much with lots of reserve, or perhaps if he faces either an Afanas or perhaps a Fen, these 2 are very good. Do we have a third one? The Caladrius, you may discard target character or permanent with hand cost less from hand. Very good. And play it from anywhere. If you have less cards in reserve than your opponent, create a woolly bag in target expedition. Okay, so he really doesn't want to have reserve. Let's go ahead and check his opponent's deck. So this is AK-47 playing a Sierra, so this could be a very good match as well for Lopahine. Sorry, for Lopahine. Smoldering Jinn, a Dusk if I'm fleeting, put the top card of your deck in your mana zone. When you play him from reserve, target character gains 1 boost, and when you play it from hand, if you have 6 or more mana orbs, target character gains 1 boost. So this is basically for an end game. Athena, if you control 2 or more landmarks, I use fleeting when from reserve. If you control 2 or more landmarks, create a Brusbug token in target expedition. This is played from anywhere. So this is actually very good considering he does have a landmark. There we go. We have the Brusbug with Athena creating the Brusbugs. It can be very good. And a second Smoldering Jinn. Play from anywhere. Put the top card from your deck in your mana zone as an orb. And when played from reserve, if you control 2 or more permanents, target character in reserve gains 2 boosts. So kind of risking it for this is from reserve, right? Yeah, this is kind of risking it for a sabotage, but let's go ahead and see how it plays out. Let's go to the end game. I'm gonna have to do it once again. There we go. End game. Let's block here. Go. The smoldering just right away. This one is if you have more. Okay, so he just got it at the beginning, so he just decided to use it. Very good resupply over there. And I think he ramps. No, he's not fleeting. So why did he? Oh, because he played the Drowsy Dodo. There we go. Gets rid of the Brusbug Hive. No. Yes, he did get rid of 1 Brusbug Hive, right? Yeah, he did. Drowsy Dodo on the other side. So you gain sleep. Once again, this time he is fleeting. So he is going to ramp. It's just going to be a 1-for-1. So he ramps but gets ahead, and he now can play the Brus. He has a very good chance or a very good option of playing the Hive right now, and he has a very good card for next turn. So yeah, get rid of the restocking station, not useful right now. I think this is a turn for Hive. Yeah, he just plays it all on the companion side. Doesn't make much sense to play it on the hero side. There we go, a 6. The Caladrius, he gets rid of 1 token. He's still up by 3. Gets rid of the token, so he goes back to 2. And the Caladrius is just blocking right now. He's not winning. Does he have something else? He gives 1 more boost to the Caladrius, so the Caladrius does make it move forward. So it's a double advance from Lopo. There we go. But he now has the big threat of the Hive, as well as very good cards that we can see. I think he's going to get rid of the Incaster. No, he gets rid of the Hook. Yeah, if he already has a 1/1/1, doesn't make much sense. Gains a sleep. Restock and station. There we go. Caladrius gets rid of the... No, doesn't get rid of the token because it's from hand. He just places another token over there, and he can still do the play on the companion side. Bait, he's going to take the token, so he is winning right now. Oh, 2, 3. He takes 3 because it's a rare. Okay. He just passes. He passes as well, yeah, because he has already won. Doesn't make much sense to try and do something else. Gets the mechanical training on hand, so Lopo's still 1 expedition ahead. Ooh, tough decision of what to get rid. And it froze, so give it just a second. There we go. Got rid of one of the jellyfish. Token on the other side, the most clear option, the jellyfish as well. There we go. Place it on the companion side. He's able to use his ability because it's played from anywhere with the brass buck, so he has a 9. It just comes back. Soar on the, there we go, on the hero side to give another boost as well. There we go. With still winning, he's going to give it to 4. No, he puts it on the other side with another token, so he is moving forward over there. Takes away from the Inkcaster, so the Inkcaster can get a card back. He doesn't use anything else. And once again, another bait, and that is a double advance once again from Lopo. This is a tough one because he is right now in a very good position. Of course, he's not overcharged either, so one card comes back to the hand. I think he should have risked, no, if he would have risked it with a brass bag, it would have cost him dearly. He gets rid of a mechanical training. I would have gotten rid of the bag out bag. Let's go ahead and see how he does it. Okay, he can gain 1 boost. Goes to the other side first. That goes up to 3. Second Robin, it's every time or just once? If I'm facing a character. There we go. Okay, so it takes away once again and plays the jellyfish. The Persephone. Lots of which character your opponent controls. And then he can even take them away. Not sure if I would have just started with that. The Persephone once again. Lots of play right here. Plays a brass book on the other expedition, so he is trying to battle it out. A soar on the companion. There we go. So he goes up to 5. He doesn't have any mana left, so he's gonna go to 6, and that's going to be game for Lopo, which had 2 baits on hand, and that was able to take 3 token characters, so 3 powered up token characters. That was basically the very good a very good play from Lopo, having that especially from when he faces characters like this. So that was very good on him. That was our first game completed to the end. Now let's go ahead and move on to game number 7. So let's go to 71. That is Jovanovic against Archive. Let's see if this game played to the end. It was not. So let's just look at it anyway. So this is Jojevic. So Jojevic is going to be our targeted player here. And let's go ahead and see his opponent if he actually got anything in. No. So this game didn't even start. Let's go ahead and move on to number 1. So Taki Fit K. He said that he was watching the stream. So he actually got promoted. He actually got featured right here. So game replay from Ducky. This play did play to the end. Let's go ahead and check El Wee first. So El Wee now has when he played, he had his previous one that was a kind of a doe. Now he has his very own logo. So good on him. So this is a French player against a Singaporean or Indonesian. Singaporean. There we go. Let's go ahead and check out Wee Wee. So Wee Wee, a very well known Ben character right now. So Ouroboros Trickster, roll a die on a 4+, draw a card on a 1, 2, 3 resupply, play from anywhere. And from reserve, if you have 3 or more base statistics 0 amongst your characters you control, so that it would be her. up to one character other enemy gains a sleep. So when she comes from reserve, basically she is guaranteed to get it. Martingale. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each character in each player's reserve. So an Anansi, a third Anansi probably. And Nui. If there are... Nui is from set 1? Really? If there are 9 or more base statistic 0 characters among characters you control, and in your reserve, put top 2 cards as your... Okay, so basically ramps 2 and play from hand. Target character gains 1 boost, but I'm not sure this is from set 1. I think she is from set 3 actually. Let me check something out. Does he have another one? Island Gifted Conjurer? No, this one is from set 3. Sticky Shroom. Yeah. Most definitely the set 4 has not been tagged correctly, because I know the Sticky Shroom is not from set 1. So let's go ahead and move on. No, sorry, this was the opponent's deck. Let's go ahead and check Ducky Fike. So he's playing a Sigismar with the Council. The regular Council. You cannot play from anywhere, hand or reserve abilities for each character facing me. And if you control a token, draw a card. So basically a 2-for-1. The Baba Yaga at dusk. If you control 3 or more characters, draw a card. So you have to have another character in order to play her to draw a card, because you can be the third one. And Silas, Cryptic Warlock. If you control a token, draw a card. Basically, something very simple. And when another character joins your expedition, they gain 1 boost up to a max of 2 when in reserve. Go. Let's go to the end of the game. First play is going to be for Ducky. For Duck, so yeah, I'm gonna call Ducky. Ducky versus Elwiwi. Go. So let's go to the end game. Let's block here. Make sure everything moves forward. There we go. So just a token, and yeah, I wasn't thinking that the Baba Yaga was going to come into play. Okay, so that's basically it. Nothing else to do. He may advance. Gets a 1, so only 1 boost. No, sorry, so resupply. So yeah, it's a double advance from Ducky against Elwiwi. Draw a card. Yeah, he was probably trying to draw a card. And now from reserve, he can just control, but he needs to keep it there. So I think he may use a Nyla to do something else. Decides to get rid of the Legate. The Sticky Shroom right there. Okay, Sticky Shroom just trying to block. Goes up to 2. Yeah, the basically what he needed to do. So that is another double advance from Ducky. And now his Shroom doesn't help him at all. Unfortunately, he did have the Jack Frost in hand. 2 Sandmans, perhaps getting rid of one of the... Ooh, it's always tough to get rid of a Sandman, but given that he has a double advance, it also makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, you block the one that's gonna get rid of things from you. That is a 3. Doesn't get that gets the resupply, doesn't get the draw. At least he can gain he gains a sleep 1 more time. So that means that we do have the dragon, and the dragon lets a card return to hand. So now breaks the ice, probably gets rid of the Baba Yaga. There we go. So that is a 1-for-0. Still, Elwiwi still lots of things, has a lot of comeback to do, but at least he has moved forward right now. Another, and he does keep it. So the Templar goes away. He does keep the control right now. Merry Union, Trickster. There we go. How many boosts? Only 2 boosts. 1 boost, sorry. The Baba Yaga to block it right there. Aloe Vera on the other side with an anchor. He plays right now. He doesn't even need to put one of the other characters to sleep. He just put his token to sleep, and now Ducky is in a winning position. He is in a check with El Wiwi, a very difficult position to get behind. He does need to keep the Sap Duende. So we're gonna have a double resupply from El Wiwi. We have a license withdrawal from Ducky, so El Wiwi needs to play very careful. When does he use his Sap Duende? Perhaps it's going to be blocked right now. Yep. The Martingala card places a card down and gets lots of boosts. Now the license withdrawal, only 2 mana left. Gets rid of it. Let's see if there's something he can do. It goes up to 4. The Nui trying to block. And we have another one of 4/9. So he goes up to 6. Can he do it? Just for 1. He gets just one boost. He needed those 2 boosts in order to try and do something else, but he knows that it is over. So just with that movement, we got very unlucky with those dice, and that basically costed him the game, because he just needed a bit more of cards, perhaps to get a bit more boost, but no, he always got the short end of those die, and that's something that happens. So that was Ducky Fit. That was number 1, and our final game for today is going to be 65. So that is Casadri against Exalt's Argon. Let's see if this game finished. This game did finish, so we're gonna end with a very good game for right now. So view game replay here. This is Casadri, right? Casadri is the one being featured. There we go. Against Exalt's Argon. So let's go ahead and check him out. First, so we have a Bezira LCQ, so this was the last chance qualifier. He was practicing for that. So Isibushi, when a character you controls gain 1 or more boost, after target character gains fleeting. There we go. And when I leave the expedition zone, if I 2 or more boosts, draw a card. When a character you control gains 1 or more boosts, up to 1 character gains fleeting. I have Season, very interesting, unique. And he play from anywhere gains 1 boost. There we go. Ozma at dusk, if I have 1 or more boosts, draw a card. Here we go. So basically, drawing Bazira. He does have the Helping Hand. I saw it somewhere. There we go. The Helping Hand that helps a lot with the Lyra Navigator that has Season. He does have Hunger, the regular Blade Dancer. Let's go ahead and check Casadri. So Casadri is a soul test, no unique, so he's just playing with soul to whatever he can. So this is a French player against an American player. Based on Elo, Argon was the one called to win. So let's go ahead and check it out. He does have Parliament of Ashes, the Flying Dockyard, the Skybound Odyssey. So it's an interesting deck. Let's go ahead and see how he did. Especially since he can call Halua as his last action as soon as he gets 3 first player passes. There we go. Difficult choice. I think that no, I think the Dockyard was the first play here. Yeah, I think the Dockyard should have been the first play here. Because he was even going to pass first, obviously. And then just get an early token, which gives him more options. Of course, he's playing against a Bravos player, so he needs to get as many options as he can. The Harpooner common, it's only from hand, and he couldn't even rush. Yeah, the Halua Raging Leviathan is the one definitely going away right now. So, Argon is ramping. He just goes to the other side. He can again get 3 this time. And he's going to steal the first player once again. That's why I said, to me, the most intelligent thing was the dockyard on first play. Keep the harpooner when you can sabotage. If he could have sabotaged right there, he could have at least fought it a little bit better and gained a second counter for Halua. There we go. So very good card to get right now. The Isumbushi on the other side. Puzzes gets the second counter in. Physical training on the but when a character you control gets one more boost. Abdonga gains fleeting, so he can give fleeting on the other side. So once again, control, a very good control from Argon, taking even more cards from Casadri. And the dockyard is still on hand, so he had the perfect chance to play it on the first turn. You know it's a Bazira, you know he may have things to power up, and you need to have more options than him in order to win. Mighty Jin to mana. Could it be the Skybound Odyssey? There we go. So both Expedition Ascend. He can only play characters and he only has one, so I'm not sure what the purpose of that was. That's another double advance from Argon. Nothing else that Casadri can do except get the Halua out. The Halua will give him one more advance, but Argon is already in check position with the double advance. So yeah, like I said, the best choice for day one was the dockyard, and he would have even had a second counter on day two. He would be round three counters. He knows there's nothing else he can do. He just gets the Halua out. He knows the chances of him blocking him on that side are slim to none, so he just passes. Double advance for simple advance for Oregon, and that's all he wrote. So I think the main thing was that Casadri did some mistakes, and that was basically what happened right here. So unfortunate for him, but he was able to just move forward. Argon was just able to capitalize on the mistakes of Casadri, so perhaps he can watch this video and learn from next time. Turn one, you can sacrifice a turn in order to set up. It's if you have the setup, trust me, it's going to come back in the long run if you don't set up in turn one and you are trying to set up when you are already behind. So that was basically it for today, guys. Thank you very much, everyone. Our next stream will be on Wednesday. I think I'm going to put it a little bit forward to about 5 minutes so we can start at the time that I say we're going to start. And that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoy today's stream. It's going to be round 3 next time in order to try to catch up with what the rest of the guys are doing. So that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on Wednesday.